Hello, Internet. Oh, wait a second. There we go. Hello, Internet. Hello, Sam. And hello, I'm not going to say Matthew Leichman this time. I'm going to actually say Kaylee and Julia and other people who are watching these videos. Welcome back to After Campfire. My name is Henry. And holy Sam, your last video. Have you slept in the past, 4 days? I mean, for one, it was 4 days late, so I'm assuming you just assumed that if you didn't sleep, it didn't count as being a different day. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. I don't really care. As long as you make your episode, that's all that really matters. Just we need to continue our conversation that's going on in these episodes. So, anyways, if you can hear in the background, it's actually raining in California. If you do not know, or for people who are watching this in the future, because obviously we're going to have 3 million subscribers in the future, and they're going to go back and watch all of our old videos, because yeah, that's what you do when you're watching a famous YouTuber. You're like, I need to watch all of them, and you go back, whatever. California's in a drought at the moment. That's a lot of rain. It was actually way louder 10 minutes ago, and I wanted to record right when it was descending upon us. But alas, unfortunately, that didn't work out so far. So anyways, I feel like I should do the first part of the thing that we usually do in this thing that we do, which is answer my own question from last week, which was, which would you rather be, a pilot or a sailor? And Sam, you said that if you were a sailor, you had more options, and that's why you'd rather be a sailor, because 70% of the world is covered in water. But Sam, 100% of the world is covered by air. In the air, you can fly, so airplanes can go everywhere on Earth. And when I said sailor, I did not mean submarine. So even though there's more volume that you could explore under the water, I'm only talking about the surface, which most of the surface of the ocean is just emptiness. What are you gonna do out there? There's nothing to do. And when you're a pilot, you can go super fast, dive down, do flips and barrel rolls and all sorts of, and aileron rolls. Anyone who gets that, good. Just, yes. Do barrel roll. Anyways. If you know me and Sam, you should have known it was really obvious that I would choose pilot, and that Sam would probably choose sailors, because I don't think he properly showed how much of a fish he really is. The first time I ever saw Sam go to the ocean was a really strange experience, because I never thought Sam to be much of a water person until I saw him in the water. Not a pool, the ocean. The great sea, whatever. It's an amazing transformation. Seriously, it's crazy. Anyways, on Henry's Diary of How to Adult, I feel like I haven't mentioned this all that much before, except I think I said the exact same thing last episode. But although I'm trying to get normal engineering kind of job, I do have a job as a trapeze school, or trapeze instructor. And I would be at work today if it wasn't for this rain. You can't do trapeze when the water is falling in the sky and from the sky. It makes it that you might die, and that usually isn't recommended. Yeah. So, anyways, to answer Sam's question, which was what was my favorite junk food and why, and he wanted me to be creative. It's a hard question to answer, because the reason why I eat junk food depends on just whatever I'm doing. If I'm not in college anymore, but when I was just working on an essay that would require me to work until 4 a.m., you go straight to chocolate. You need that chocolate that will keep you awake, and it is delicious. And when I'm working on an essay or a project or something, straight chocolate. Usually I like Snickers or Reese's, but no, Hershey bar. Maybe a Hershey Air Delight, which I don't know if they make anymore, and I'm really sad about that, because however weird they might be, they're really good. But sometimes I gotta go for those sour gummy worms, because they're just amazing. I don't know how to describe them beyond that. They're just incredible. But if you're at the movie theaters, Bunch of Crunch. No other option. That's not allowed. You go for Bunch of Crunch or Sour Patch Kids. Those are the only 2 movie theater candies allowed. But if they have bonbons and popcorn, also fine. I feel like there was one other category I thought of before, and I don't remember what it was. But yeah, gummy bears are also awesome, especially when you're on a road trip. Like if you're driving really far, like when I go up and down from like and LA to Berkeley, if I need to for whatever reason, gummy bears. That's what you do. My choice of snack food or junk food, I think is what you said, depends solely on what I'm doing. So I think that's the interesting thing. I'm an amorphous blob that like has to match my environment, which includes my junk food behavior at the moment. So it's my time to ask a question, and I actually thought of one that was interesting in the past, and I didn't forget it this time, so I'm proud of myself. So the other day I was talking to one of my friends from the trapeze about middle names and how whenever I meet someone who goes by their middle name, but I usually don't know because they don't tell me, it blows my mind. Like my roommate, one of my roommates in college, Chanel, I had known her for like 5 years before I found out that Chanel is not her real name. I was going to the airport with her to fly back home, and I looked at her license for whatever reason, just because I was curious and just waiting around, and I saw that that wasn't her real name, and that was like mind blowing, and it's such a strange thing to me. And our friend Alicia dislikes her name, and what was gonna go by Erin in college. She failed at that. Let's make fun of her more about that anyway later. But I find it very strange that some people don't like their name. I mean, I can understand you not liking your name, but disliking it so much you choose your middle name instead. So, your question, Sam, is what do you think about people that use their middle names? Do you think it's like cool? Do you think you just don't care? Why do you think you do it? But also, Sam, since you're you and you have all your super psychology powers, can you tell that someone is using their middle name instead of their real first name without them telling you? Like, I feel like you're able to find out, and I really want to know if you can, and what's the tells. Like, if you say, "Oh, but what's your real name?" as a joke, and then they have like a special response. Like, do you have something like that? I feel like you do, and I want to know, and I feel like the world wants to know. Anyways, my name is Henry, and if you want to get mentioned in this video or whatever, leave a comment, because I'll probably respond to them, even though that just like it says after campfires responding, but it's probably me. I don't know if Sam's ever responded to them, but it's really hard to tell because we don't check the notifications that often. But anyways, I'll check them sometimes. My name is Henry. Sorry for the long episode, and farewell.